Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, March 5th. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall, all of whom minister with me here at Sunshine Cathedral. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about Sunshine Cathedral. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our own YouTube channel. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. Pride Fed, Diversity Pride in August, and now the near 50th anniversary of Pride Fort Lauderdale in February. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. The Queer God Squad is unique in that we apply critical thought to religion while still embracing what is good about religion, and all in support of the LGBTQIA+ community. If you enjoy the Queer God Squad, help us reach more people by sharing this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Transgender man murdered in New York State, 5 arrested. 5 people were arrested less than 3 weeks ago and charged in New York in connection with the disappearance and death of a 24-year-old Minnesota transgender man who was reported missing. New York State Police launched a missing persons investigation for Sam Nordquist after receiving a welfare check request from his family. Investigators discovered human remains, believed to be those of Nordquist, in a field in Yates County, New York, less than an hour from Rochester. Captain Kelly Swift called it, and I'm quoting, "one of the most horrific crimes I have ever investigated," and that comes from a 20-year law enforcement veteran. 3 members of the Rochester City Council released a joint statement, again quoting, "Our trans and LGBTQIA+ residents are and have always been integral to the fabric of our communities. We reaffirm our commitment to protecting trans rights and ensuring safety for all, and wish to make it clear that you belong, fully, openly, and without fear," end quote. Queer God Squad, let's go. Now, I have to tell you, when I first read this story prior to this, I wept. My heart broke. And I allowed myself that for a day or two. I really was overwhelmed by grief. And then I got mad.
Yeah.
Then I got really, really mad. Our current administration has issued executive orders which try to erase the trans and NB community. Number one, they cannot be erased. They exist. They've always existed. They're not going anywhere. But words have power.
Yes.
And when these executive orders are issued and people read these things, they're going to see those words. They're going to take them to heart. Be careful what you say, because it can have repercussions that nobody wants. So I still weep, and now I'm mad, really mad.
And that's the thing, don't say gay, and don't teach the history, and you have to be 18 just to see somebody perform a perfectly innocent show. I mean, or not. I mean, who knows? It might, but putting on makeup and a wig is not what makes it obscene.
Right.
You know, and so what? There's this concerted effort to paint the LGBTQ community as other, as harmful, as dangerous, and if that's what you're convincing people, there are going to be consequences to that. So this dehumanizing of queer people, and trans people, and drag performers, and queer families, dehumanizing often, and seriously, this is not hyperbolic, dehumanizing can lead to unaliving.
Yeah.
There is a direct correlation. So the more we speak about the other as if the other is inhuman, the more people feel entitled to hurt them without guilt. And that's what evil is. Evil is the inability to have empathy. So if you can look at someone and not see that that's a person with that feels pain and that has a right to exist, if you can't do that, you're the evil one in the story. Yeah, but they're, they have 16 wives and, whatever. That's cultural. That's their business. If you cannot see someone as human and cannot feel for them in a human way, that's what evil is, and that's you.
Yep.
I'm kind of with Dr. Atwell. This is one of those heart-wrenching stories that really moves you. It moves.
Yeah.
And just to think that the law enforcement and her 20-year law enforcement veteran, this is the most horrific crime she's come across. And I'm one thing I'm thinking about. They found people and they arrested them for the crime.
Yes.
And I ultimately hope that they get life in prison. To be honest, but the mere thought that why do this to any other human being, regardless of how just human being?
Look at you with all that empathy, though.
Why?
See?
Yeah.
Why? And yes, words have power, and this current administration doesn't care what he exudes out because these vigilantes, somebody's going to hear what he's saying and take action. And I believe in my heart of heart, this is what happened.
January 6th was. I didn't tell. Yes, you said it. They heard it. They did it.
And and this is not a Twinkie defense that they're going to face. I hope.
No.
This is not a gay panic thing they're going to face. You did a crime and you need to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And hopefully you use an example for others who may follow some vigilantism around these executive orders that are coming out. You just need to stop.
Yep.
I really think that we are clear on this subject, that this kind of violence is perpetrated by people who listen to evil people. This kind of violence can only come from the darkest place in someone's heart. We do a lot of talk at this table and at our church about where does evil come from? Evil is manifest in so many different ways, and so many times it is started by one human deciding that another human is less human than they are. And once they are able to make that distinction, then any horror can happen. And this is just another example of what happens when you take the humanity out of a person.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value, starting at just $199, and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that. We are all in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.
Goodbye.